Hey, I'm Tyler.
And I'm Katie.
You're listening to or watching, highly recommend you watch this one. It's on YouTube. The link's in the episode description if you're listening on the podcast feed. Not-Stalgia, the podcast that can say more than 800 phrases.
That's actually true, but mostly it's just me saying, how do I jump?
How do I jump?
Or softly to myself, what?
I love when you say, what? Every time I'm editing and I hear you do that, it cracks me up, even all these years later, Kate.
Wow, we're really cute.
Kate,
What a healthy marriage.
Can you describe what you see in front of you?
I see a hexagonal box. Maybe it's pentagonal. I guess it's pentagonal.
Yeah,
I see a pentagonal box. It seems to contain some sort of sleeping creature. I don't know if it's sleeping by design or what, but it's there. And what is inside is a Furby. And I know what a Furby is.
I'm cutting to the chase. Did you have a Furby?
I don't think we had Furbies. I think maybe one of us got it for Christmas at some point.
Oh, so there may have been a Furby in your house?
Maybe not in my house. Maybe in like an extended family.
This is a cousin, perhaps?
Yeah,
okay, you never had a Furby yourself, personally.
I think lots of kids had Furbies, but maybe not me. I think maybe I did. Did I have a Furby, maybe? I don't know.
Okay, this is getting interesting. So maybe.
Yeah.
What are your memories of the Furby? If you had to describe what a Furby was.
A Furby is like a small, hairy creature that speaks gibberish. And that's it. That's all I got. It takes batteries. I know that. And that's it. That's the tweet. It's a hairy creature that speaks gibberish.
All right. Are you ready to learn everything there is to learn about the origin of the Furby, Kate?
I am a little bit concerned because I know you were working on some kind of Google Slides PowerPoint style presentation for me.
Late last night, I was like doing the deep dive and I was like, it just keeps getting deeper.
It's not good. Guys, things are not good over here. I'm just sending one last text to my mom so that if she doesn't hear from me in 48 hours, please come look for me.
All right, Kate. I'm going to hand you the laptop.
Oh my god. Oh wow.
Let the slides begin.
Okay, so there's more than one kind of Furby. I appear to have the white Furby.
So just to start things off, I have purchased a Furby on eBay because my Furby from childhood does not work. I currently cannot locate it, but I know that the last time I had eyes on it, which was recently, maybe it was at my mom and dad's house, when I had the inkling for this episode, I tried it. The batteries would not turn it on. So I've purchased a Furby, which the real mystery in the next few minutes after we get the history is going to be, does this Furby work? But yes, there are many kinds of Furbies here. The reason we have the white one is just because that's what I found on eBay.
Was this inexpensive?
Yeah. It actually was, I think, less than buying a new Furby in 1998. So this thing depreciated substantially.
Well, once you take them off the lot, a Furby just decreases in value. Should I advance the slide?
Yeah, if you're ready. Ready?
Oh, who is that?
All right, well, Caleb Chung.
All right, what does Caleb Chung want? Caleb Chung has a bowling shirt, and he has a dinosaur in one hand, and he looks like he would talk to me too much at the supermarket.
I think Caleb Chung and I might vibe.
Oh,
what do you think?
Yeah, I think so. So that's what concerns me.
Caleb Chung is holding his more recent invention. This picture, I could not find great pictures of them from the time, but there are three guys who are going to be the creators of Furby that are really important. You need to know about all of them.
Yeah, like the Holy Trinity of Furby.
Correct.
Okay, yeah.
And it's going to be fun to try to see who's who in this.
Yeah.
Most of the pictures are from at least the last few years, not back in the mid-90s, unfortunately. So anyway, here's Caleb Chung recently with his newer invention. I don't remember its name, but we're not here to talk about that. That's like a dinosaur that is extremely articulated and can learn and grow and all sorts of nonsense. But
I'm going to call it Paul.
I think it's like EO. It's like a real short name. Anyway, Caleb Chung, Kate, was born in 1957. When he was in his 20s, he was an acrobat and, more importantly, a mime.
Oh, good God.
He was a performing mime. He performed on television. He performed in public. He was a mime. As we know, I kind of wanted to be a mime when I was a child.
You sure did. I'm sure you and Caleb Chung would have a lot to talk about, or maybe mime about, to each other.
You could wish. Maybe show him... You'd be like, could you guys maybe mime? It's getting a little loud here.
You could show him your bit of you walking on a sticky floor.
So.
Oh, that's the wind one. Never mind. That's walking into the wind.
How dare you?
I'm sorry.
Being a mime, he was fairly successful, and this got him some small roles on television. He was in an episode of The Jeffersons.
As a mime?
I believe on The Jeffersons, all I can find is that he's credited as an acrobat. Okay. So I'm not sure if he's miming or not. I could not find the clip.
Sure.
But his miming and acrobatic skills get him on TV, doing roles like that, which then lead to movies. And then what niche he really finds in movies is they want to put him in like big suits that need somebody inside who's like kind of small, kind of athletic, can do a big performance. So most of these movies he's in are all like B movies that you've never heard of, where there's like a big gorilla character, and the gorilla is a man in a suit.
Yeah, they're looking for someone with that physicality.
The miming, right. Cool. So he's doing like these in a suit things. Right. The suits become a little more advanced over time, and they start to have like mechanical elements, like puppeteer things, and he just becomes really good at that. He like starts tweaking. He does not have any formal background in engineering or anything like that, but he's tinkering.
What was it like to be born in the 50s? Oh my god. You could just become a mime animatronic.
He's tinkering inside these like monkey suits and robot suits. So then that leads to movie studios just saying like, oh, well, like if we just need someone to like help repair these suits, we could just have him on set. Even if he's not in the suit, he's going to be like our on-set mechanic type guy. Okay? So that's Caleb Chung's kind of background.
Okay.
That's how he gets involved in mechanical stuff, to the point where his biggest movie credits are Total Recall and Darkman. He works in the sort of tinkering mechanical engineering department on these movies. Do you know anything about these movies?
Ellos destruyen toda la tenía.
Oh my God.
Que era.
Did I get the Spanish language?
El crimen tiene un nuevo enemigo y la justicia una nueva cara.
So
Darkman.
I guess this is proof that I should not make these slides in the middle of the night while you're sleeping in a dark room, because I grabbed the Darkman poster that is in Spanish. Your Spanish speaking is like really good.
It's not good. I'm just making shit up as I go.
Have you seen either of these movies?
Wait, no, I think I've seen Total Recall.
Yeah, you, me, and my
dad.
Is that
the one with the third booby?
Can we say booby on this podcast?
Oh yeah, we can say booby.
You, me, and my dad watched Total Recall. Was it an awkward experience for you?
Did we watch it together?
All three of us.
We saw someone with 3 boobies. You, me, and your dad. We were just sitting there like everything was fine.
I think no one spoke for a while. That's typical my family watching a movie where something like that happens. And you played along excellently. Whereas your family, no one would be able to stop speaking about that. Okay, so you've seen Total Recall. How about Darkman?
No, I have not seen Darkman.
Was made by Sam Raimi. It stars Liam Neeson as Darkman, and it was in the wave of like Batman came out, right, in 1989, and then dark comic book movies started coming out, and Darkman is of that ilk. I haven't seen it either. We should probably watch it.
Satire?
Kind of, sort of.
Okay.
I don't know. Can you translate that poster?
No.
So then in 1985, Caleb Chung, based on his now engineering experience on movies, gets hired by Mattel, the toy company, to do like, toy design, like mechanical toy design, because in the 80s, toys are becoming like more and more electronic and all sorts of nonsense, Teddy Ruxpin and all that stuff. And supposedly, according to Caleb Chung, he dreamed of making toys with like motors that would bring them to life, like a toy that is like your pet more than your toy. But Mattel was just like, no, like make this toy based on this movie. Like he felt he was being stifled.
Did Caleb Chung have friends, or are the Furbies his friend?
He does have a friend who we're going to get to in a second. In fact, he's working at Mattel, and shortly, within 5 years or so into the early 90s, he splits off and becomes a freelancer. But before he does, he makes a friend at Mattel, and his friend's name is Dave Hampton.
Yeah, Dave.
Here's Dave, courtesy of Getty Images, with a Furby.
Dave looks like he would talk to you a lot at the grocery store too, but then also kind of low-key ask you for money. And he also kind of looks like the villain from Indiana Jones, the third one, where they go searching for the Holy Grail, and he's like that evil Nazi in like a black coat.
Before we began recording, I asked you to not make fun of the appearance of these 3 men, and I knew you couldn't do it.
I'm not making fun of his appearance, I'm just being factual.
Dave Hampton was born in 1951. He grew up taking apart and rebuilding electronics for fun in his garage. That's how he got his formal training. And then he enlisted in the Navy in 1971 during the Vietnam War. And he was working on aviation electronics in the Navy. They trained him even more. He basically he enlisted because he knew that they would give him a more formal education in electronics.
So they trained him to make a better way to spread Agent Orange.
Yeah, from a plane.
Okay,
so
great.
He does that, and what he says
Dave.
about his time there, other than learning about electronics, what he became fascinated with was all the languages that he was exposed to, because he's in Vietnam, he's got all the other enlisted guys, and he's hearing like all these different languages from around the world, and he became fixated on language. That's going to be important when we get to the Furby. After his enlistment's over, he's there for years and years. He comes back to the States. He starts working for electronics companies, which leads him into software development. So he learns not just all this electronic stuff, but then he learns software development. Most notably, he ported, you know what a video game port is, right?
That's when you make a thing and you put it onto another thing.
Bingo. And a key factor here is that the person who made the original game is often not involved in porting it to the other thing.
Yeah, because it's like...
kind of like grunt work almost. Yeah, well, it's like we're going to just... It's not as creatively fulfilling. You're just making this game work on this other hardware.
Yeah,
so
they just give it to like a guy.
He took the game Qbert. Do you know Qbert? I think you've played an actual arcade version of Q*bert at some point in your life. It's a little orange guy who hops down like an isometric stairs and like a snake tries to... Anyway, he took the Q*bert arcade game and ported it to Atari 2600, so he is the only listed developer on that port. He's doing software development stuff, and then of course he ends up at, in the 80s, Mattel, the toy company, where he meets Caleb Chung. And Mattel liked him because he could engineer stuff, do electronics, and he could write software. So he's working on all sorts of toys for them.
Nice.
So he meets Caleb Chung. They become good friends, but then they both leave Mattel in the 90s, the early 90s, to start their own separate freelance little companies, you know?
Got it.
But they're still really good friends.
Okay.
They're such good friends that in 1997, they attend the Toy Trade Fair in New York. This is the nationwide, this is where everybody, even worldwide, I think, they all the toy people go to the Toy Trade Fair and see all the new toys that are coming out.
Do you want to go to this?
Yeah, kind of. And what they saw there shocked them.
Oh my god, I know who this is. That's Eugene. Eugene kept me up all night 3 years ago. He was a real
It's a Tamagotchi.
I'm glad Eugene's dead.
All right, let's insert some footage or audio from our Tamagotchi episode here.
Yeah, of me yelling at Eugene. So now I have to navigate all the way over to the duck so that I can clean away his poop.
Well done. He's
Eugene.
thrilled.
He was always pooping everywhere, and he wouldn't even play a game with me. And sometimes I would try to feed him food, and he wouldn't eat it.
So
I kind of liked Eugene.
Caleb and Dave, they see this, and they go, this is really cool. But supposedly, what they said to each other was, wouldn't it be cool if we had this, but you could pet it?
I don't like when men talk about petting things. No, thank you.
So
they want something. It's less of an electronic thing and more of like a friend or a pet. Yeah, well, something you could hug.
They want to
because you can't hug your Tamagotchi.
Correct. They want to
take the Tamagotchi to bed with you, but you're gonna roll on it and it's gonna be hard and you're gonna be like, ow. Okay.
They just want to take the whole idea. You feed it. You keep it alive. Well, they made the Furby immortal, as you're unfortunately going to learn over the next few days. But
what?
The same idea that you gotta befriend it and let it grow. But yeah, they want it to be cuddly and fun. So they built what they called Furball. Could you advance the slide so we can see the prototype Furball?
I'm so worried. Oh god.
That is the Furball. Now,
so the Furball looks like a girl going to her first 9th grade dance, and she is inexpertly applied some fake eyelashes, and by the time she gets there, they're just like drooping off of her eyelids.
I will say,
she's trying to check in, and she's like, and then she's had a fight with her first boyfriend ever, and she's sitting in the locker room and she's crying, but her eyes are glued shut by the fake eyelashes. It's not good.
In the Furball's defense, this video where it was shown was filmed years later, because there's that dinosaur again. This is much later, so the Furball is a little old.
He's very small.
It is quite small. I mean, it's the prototype. They're just trying.
He's just or does he have huge hands?
This is them without a massive manufacturer helping them. They just made this and they called it the Furball.
Let's just put a computer inside some fur.
Yes.
And give it creepy bad ears.
This is important.
These ears look like they're made of flesh. I don't like that.
It's important because, the two guys, you got Caleb Chung is mainly the physical engineer. Sure. And the gimmick with this was he knew it had to be inexpensive, relatively. So he wanted all these moving parts, the eyes, the ears, the mouth, all this stuff, right? The feet, the whole thing. Well, not the feet so much as the whole thing can kind of lift itself slightly up. You'll see.
Is it going to chase me?
I wish.
I'm so fucking worried.
But he had all these big ideas, but he's like, if we have that many motors, it's going to be so expensive. So he made all these
and it's going to be
he made this
Am I going to hear that all night?
Yeah. I'm going to put it in bed with us. He made this series of gears and cams. I don't even know what that means. All this stuff that all run off one motor. It's pretty cool. He basically, the amazing marvel of the Furby is that all these moving parts are connected to a single motor that somehow can shift what it's controlling. So that was Chung's contribution mainly, while Hampton, he's the programmer, so he did all the programming, you said there's a computer inside. It says 800 phrases. He invented a fake language for it that over time will learn more and more English. It starts speaking its gibberish language. I forget what it's, Ferglish, Furish, I forget.
That's what Fergie speaks.
My lumps. It's like the software element of it developing over time. It reacts to, it has a bunch of stimuli, possible ways to stimulate it.
Oh, so I'm not going to stimulate the Furby. I'm not going to do it.
You have to manually disimpact the Furby. There's a way to pet its back. It can tell if you're petting it. It has the big thing. See the black sort of jeweled thing in between its eyes?
Yeah, it's kind of got a little, I don't know what that is. What is it?
It's a sensor that can detect both light and IR like infrared information. And the whole point of that is so you can like turn lights on and off and it'll wake up or go to sleep. Or as a kid, we were like, if it wouldn't shut up, we'd like put our hands over that part and hope that it would stop. Just like racing a real child. You're like,
this is like that plastic baby that they have you bring home in Family and Consumer Sciences.
And it also, though, the real cool thing is you can put two Furbies across from each other, and they're always emitting the IR at all times, and they'll like detect each other, and they'll start talking to each other like those two. Remember that viral video of the two babies having a conversation? Uh-huh. It's kind of like that.
Is this Furby gonna irradiate me? Am I gonna get like Furby-related cancer from this?
I don't know.
I'm just gonna go ahead to be safe. I'm just gonna put a skillet in front of me while the Furby is near me.
Cast iron.
Yeah.
You also can feed it. I don't know if this comes with a thing to feed, but I remember as a kid to feed it, its tongue can be depressed, so you just put your finger in its mouth and push its tongue down to feed it. So Hampton, Dave Hampton did all the programming, right? Their expertise were perfectly matched, his fixation with language, Chung's desire to make a friendly toy with motors. So they knew the Furball was special, but did look maybe not so good. And the other downside these guys had is that they, other than being great engineers, they didn't have any marketing experience. They always worked for somebody.
Got it.
So they needed to bring in a third partner.
Let's advance the slide. Whoa!
Here's Richard C. Levy. He's the mogul, right?
Richard looks, again, like someone who would talk to me at a grocery store, but he would be like, can you believe how expensive this pasta has gotten? And I would be like, sir, I'm just trying to buy pasta, please.
You just have gotten down one aisle, you get stopped by Caleb Chung, you escape him finally, he's got a toy dinosaur and a furball that doesn't look so good. You get past to, Dave Hampton, and then you make it to Richard C. Levy.
He's the final boss at the grocery store.
Richard C. Levy was born in 1948, Kate. He studied television and cinematography in college. He used that degree to get hired by Paramount Pictures, and they sent him overseas to be an international film promoter. So my understanding is a film promoter, he arranges press for a movie, he schedules press conferences, he writes press releases, he does all this stuff with movies,
Sounds great for him.
So he's doing that overseas. He did this for a long time. But that wasn't enough for him.
Sure wasn't.
Just developed a hobby during this time of developing toys and games.
Of course.
Okay, and engineering these things. My understanding, this is not explicit in his biographies, but if I'm reading between the lines here, because there's not that much information out there on him, I've only gotten a few little paragraphs in different spots. Mm-hmm. It seems that he was brought into toys by some toy designers, not the two we've talked about already, other ones, who needed a promoter, like a marketing guy. And then I think he became fixated and fascinated while marketing their toys that he learned how to make toys.
Okay.
I think. Because he's on the patents for the toys we're about to look at. He's listed, but I believe he's really only on there. So the other guys wanted to let him share the profits because he helped market them. So, but then he does become kind of an engineer in his own right. Ready to see the two early toys he created? And maybe you can see how these maybe sort of kind of lead partially to Furby. We're going to start with Starbird from 1978.
Okay, so it's the Starbird. It has electronic circuitry. It has flashing laser blasts. Is this Furby going to shoot a laser at me?
No, well, the IR laser. So ready for Starbird's amazing gimmick, other than having blinking lights and sounds?
Sure.
Which in 1978 was probably pretty cool in a toy.
Yep.
It had a sensor in it that could tell if you were pointing it up or down, and its noises would change. That's kind of cool.
Starbird, a product of space-age technology created by MB Electronics.
Look at this strange little ginger kid playing with the toy.
Starbird sensors trigger microcircuitry to generate...
Looks like Jeff Bezos' spaceship, doesn't it?
It does, kind of.
He probably played with one as a kid.
So, it makes different noises, it reacts to what you as the child are doing. That seems important.
Mm-hmm. Give your child a look at
oh my
tomorrow.
god, 1995!
1978.
Oh my god!
And so the other big thing here is he was responsible mostly for the marketing of that toy. I feel like that's relevant.
That space-age little boy.
Okay, so that was his first big toy. Second toy.
Whoa, it's like...
Rom, the Space Knight.
Robot with flippers.
Let's see the commercial for Rom, the Space Knight, 1979, the next year. See if this relates, sort of, to the Furby story.
This is Rom, the Space Knight. You can imagine he comes from another galaxy with his flashing neutralizer. Activate Rom. You can imagine he has rockets to blast into space.
Alright, so here's what I like about this commercial. This commercial is alright, he makes cool noises, but here's what you're gonna imagine when he makes the noises.
Yeah, they haven't quite figured out that, you don't have to imagine so much with these electronic toys.
Takes a 9-volt battery also, which is
Like, children, do not lick the battery. So Rom, just as a side note, Rom became a extremely long-running and successful Marvel Comics character. I'll bet you $1 in the next 10 years there's a Rom movie.
You think?
Yeah.
Well,
anyway.
Is it going to have these flippers?
I don't know.
He plugs in. He's got a lot going on.
So, Chung and Hampton bring Levy in for his marketing experience, and it was the right move. He almost immediately sells the idea to Tiger Electronics. Remember Tiger Electronics?
Oh,
Kate?
I sure do.
You know 2XL.
Yeah, that bossy little robot with his hands on his hips telling me what to do.
Let's insert a clip from our 2XL episode here.
If you would like this story to be about a little girl named Joni, press 1. A little boy named Matthew, press 2. Please push 1 or
right.
2 now.
I only have 2 choices.
Well,
Gender's a construct, you punk.
1992, Kate. How about on the right there? You haven't done that yet, right?
I don't think so.
One day, we will play the Tiger Electronic Bowling. It's in our house, that picture.
Great.
Plus others. Anyway,
How
so
much money are we spending?
he sells the idea to Tiger Electronics.
Okay.
And they got the toy out quick. The toy was out for the 1998 holiday season. It sold over 40 million Furbies.
That's a lot of Furbies.
In,
that's
I think,
like
the first 3 years.
That's like more Furbies than there are people in New Zealand, I feel like. There's like a lot. That's a lot of Furbies.
They were $35 each.
Wow.
And they manufactured the original version from 1999 to 2002. This was my Furby. This was the one I had.
Kind of sassy looking.
The little zebra stripe, white and black tiger stripes. I liked it a lot.
Did you really like having your Furby?
I begged for this Furby. I wanted a Furby. I mean, I was as you can imagine, I was susceptible.
You were susceptible to still are susceptible to the marketing devil. Targeted advertising just absolutely slays you.
It does.
You're like, oh, look at all these things I bought. And I'm like, why? Get off social media. Did you have it sleep in bed with you?
No. In fact, I eventually had to put it in the closet so it would go to bed.
Yeah, this definitely would have appealed to you though, because you also were one of those
lonely
space dogs.
I loved electronic toys. This might have been the beginning of my love for electronic toys, because I can't remember if this was before or after Rather. Oh no. Duh, we just said it. 2XL.
Yeah, 2XL.
I've had 2XL as long as I can remember,
Robot.
but go ahead. Here's the original, or one of the original 1998
All right.
Furby commercials.
Oh.
Look at its weird little beak.
Okay, so the Furby is just cackling. Do they purr? Do they trill?
Oh, they make a lot of noises. I mean, this is your first time hearing it since you either had one or your cousins had one, right?
Yeah. It's like making a fart sound. They're all just, oh my god, they're all just talking to each other. Mm-hmm. Oh god, this is terrible.
I'm hype.
I'm scared of Furbies.
Just as an indication of how successful they were, I'm going to place something else in your view here, Kate.
That's like a little, it's like a Furby's little cousin.
You ready? Ready for this action? Watch this. If you push the button on its tail.
What happens? Whoa, its eyes zig around. All right, get that out of here.
This is a McDonald's Furby toy. If you go to the next slide, you can see the McDonald's promotion. And as a bonus, I believe this Ronald McDonald is the Ronald McDonald who emailed me back in our
Jack Depke?
McDonald Land, our Ronald McDonald animated adventures episode way back when.
You wanted them, we got them. Furbies at McDonald's. Right now, there are 80 different colors.
There's a lot of Furbies.
So it's like, it wasn't enough to just have to collect the real Furby and all the variants. Now they're like, you must also get these
more Furbies.
Hundreds of McDonald's Furby toys.
Right.
So my point is, this thing was a phenomenon for a short while, right? So the
Spy Agency Pants Furbies.
The NSA was convinced that Furbies were recording devices, even though they must not have taken one apart, or was the technology too advanced for the NSA to understand?
They have issued a Furby alert, though.
As a second grader, I used to joke with my friend Dustin about this. We'd call them Russian spies, the Furbies. And it must have been because of this. They were convinced, because the Furby learns English over time it spends with you. Really, it's just the minute you put the batteries in, it has a timer in it almost that a day goes by, it knows more English. Another day goes by, and that people thought that it was listening to you and learning. So I just love they were not allowed in any government buildings for a while. I think that's absolutely hilarious.
This is a wild article. So I guess banning TikTok isn't a new idea, because they've already banned the Furby. Look at this Furby. This Furby.
The black and white newspaper Furby.
That Furby looks shady as I don't like it.
Here
Whoa,
are some of the
God.
spin-off toys they released for part of that original wave of Furbies. There's Shelly, which is a clamshell.
It's a Furby that lives in a shell?
There's Furby babies in the middle there. I could not find a picture of it next to a normal Furby,
Okay,
but it's slightly
smaller
small, a little
than
bit smaller.
Okay.
There's Gizmo from, oh my goodness, what's it called? Gremlins.
I don't like that.
Then, which the Gizmo looks like a Furby version of Gizmo, but E.T. and Yoda are straight up E.T. and Yoda.
They're scary looking.
I thought they were
like
cool.
that.
I wanted them, but my parents did say no.
Oh, God bless your parents.
Thank goodness, or else we'd be recording an episode about those. Just a little bit of legacy about Furbies before we play with ours. They tried to bring them back. So the original wave ended in 2002. They tried to bring them back in 2005.
Oh my God.
Here's
Oh
the
my God.
2005
Why would they
edition.
make this?
Isn't it really bad?
It kind of looks like a person wearing a Furby costume.
That's exactly what I was
I don't like
thinking.
its flesh-colored beak
No.
or flesh-colored eyes. And look at its
Absolutely.
little flesh-colored toes.
Yep.
Oh my God,
So
I'm
that's
so glad. Can we
2005.
please advance the slide?
Go ahead.
I'm so glad
You got
they
the
did not
control
bring
scheme.
this back.
Here's
Oh.
2012.
Whoa, okay, what are they?
So they've given them
Okay,
these
like-
LED
yeah,
eyes that do not
okay,
photograph
got it,
well, I don't
yeah.
think. That are
It's like
supposed
they're
they're
looking straight into my soul.
they're emotive and they can animate. And then they did it again one more time in 2016.
course
And
they
every
did.
time I think they thought they had a hit on their hands.
Oh God.
They're cute. The eyes are.
2016 was an absolute year.
This was not the worst thing that happened that year, was it?
But it was close.
But my favorite Furby thing in recent memory that really cracked me up recently was Mitchell's versus the Machines. Were you sleeping when this was on?
No,
Did
I
you see
saw
it?
this, yeah.
The scene with the Furbies. It's really funny.
Yeah, it was
if
really
anyone out
funny.
there has not seen it, this movie came out very recently, 2021. That's
yeah.
recent to me.
That's recent to you.
Highly recommend you go find
Yeah.
this movie.
This movie made Tyler cry.
It's beautiful.
Tyler
As
sobbed
someone who loves
for
creative
most of the
stuff,
time,
that was
yeah.
beautiful. But then to put this Furby nightmare scene in the middle is so funny. I'm amazed that they agreed to it.
We should watch that again because I
We
felt
should.
like
We
I
were
was getting
sleepy.
kind of sleepy.
So
All right.
just final thoughts before we actually play with it.
Okay, let's do it
This
quick.
is-
I
this
can't wait
is-
to get this creep out of the box.
So this is the Furby that I begged for. I played with. Unfortunately,
Did it
it's
have
not
a
here.
name?
No, I never named it.
You never
Called it
named your Furby?
My Furby.
You spent all this time with it and
I-
you called it My Furby?
I can't wait for
the
you to
equivalent of like baby boy last name? You never gave it a name?
Are you mortified? Are
I
you
am kind
rethinking
of
this whole
mortified.
relationship?
Yeah. How would you not name your Furby?
You're right. And my cousin.
I named everything.
My cousin would come over and we would like play with our Furbies together.
Yeah.
We'd build little like amusement park style things to do with them. Like
You
out of
created an
pillows.
amusement park for your
We
Furby?
called it a Furby Funland. And so we had a really good time.
You sent your Furby to Furby Funland, the Coney Island of Furbies.
But I did not name it.
And you didn't name your Furby?
I can't wait for you to name this Furby.
I can't wait to name this Furby.
While you do this, I think you need access.
What are you doing? I'm so worried.
You need the.
If this Furby doesn't work, can I throw it in a fire?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I think I wish I had the paper version
the
of this,
Furby Trainer's
but
Guide.
you
Good
do have
God.
the guide.
It's 148 pages long.
You do have access to the
Oh,
guide
it's
if
from
you
the
need
Boston Public Library.
it. Thank God for archive.org. I hope that they win that lawsuit. I don't know what's going on with it. So this may help you throughout the process.
You think?
Just if there's anything you're unsure
wondering
about.
There's a lot going on here. All right, there's a lot of pictures of Furbies. Oh, there's screenshots from the internet about Furbies. Here's someone who's lined their Furbies up on the grass like they're taking a family picture.
I don't know. It looks to
here's
me
some
like it's
rare
like
Furbies.
right before a massacre of some sort.
These seem fake.
Those pictures do look fake. I think they are. I think whoever made this guide didn't
They
have
found some
access to
extremely
the
rare
real ones. They
Furbies.
probably just heard about it.
I think
and-
this is fake. All right, basic care and training. Opening the box.
Are you ready?
You gotta train this Furby.
Yeah, Kate.
There's a reason that I've decided not to have kids. It's so I don't have to take care of anything other than myself.
Including, but not limited to,
A Furby.
a Furby. I wish we had the original fur ball.
Sometimes Furbies go into hide and seek mode. What? I'm just skimming this. You know what? There's really no manual for how to be a parent, so I don't know why you have me reading this Furby guidebook. The Furby is equipped with sensors. Furby can feel movement. Ugh.
This box is taped shut.
I can tickle its tummy.
Oh my God, where's the rest of the tape? This is reminding me of opening toys as a kid.
Never feed Furby real food. That's great.
I love that they had to put that in
Push
the
your
legal
finger
department.
into Furby's mouth.
I told
oh
you.
my God.
All right, Kate, here it comes.
All right, bring him
How
out.
do I? Oh, come on.
The birth is
Oh, Kate,
dramatic birth.
Get it
Oh
up.
my God,
Its eyes are open.
Just shake him out a little bit.
Kate.
Stop.
Hang on, here. Can you help?
What if you open him from the top?
Do I need
from
more?
The bottom?
It's not supposed to.
All right, just
Why is it? Oh, you're right. There's more. Okay, all right.
just
There's
open
more.
it from the bottom, Tyler.
There's more. Thank God we're not parents. It
Oh
is
my
taped shut so many ways.
This Furby's gonna sneeze. Oh my God. God.
With who knows what will come
Furbies
out.
get pretty good about going to sleep when you want them to. Just cover their eyes for about 10 to 20 seconds.
What if it said minutes?
Growing up, Furbies go through 4 stages of development. They
Okay.
speak mostly Furbish in the first stage.
Furbish. What did I call it?
3 to 4 hours of playtime each. Furby is your psychic friend.
Psychic. I cannot believe how much tape is on here. I can't find the tape. Oh yeah, can you play it? So what can you play with it? What happens when you turn it upside down? What's that all about?
That's to make it stop.
What?
That's to make it stop playing a game. Secret tricks. To make your Furby burp 8 times. Why would I want to make it burp 8 times? Rooster trick. To make your Furby crow like a rooster twice, then saying, "Me love you." I don't want any of this, Tyler. Tyler, are you having a problem?
How did they do this?
Oh my god, you can use your
Okay.
remote control on it?
Okay, wait. It's because of the IR sensor,
Yeah.
your
You
remote.
can load your Palm Pilot
I didn't know about that.
with a Furby.
Okay, Kate.
The
Oh.
Furby dictionary.
So, these instructions,
What?
are we in agreement about these instructions?
Throw them out. I don't need a manual for parenting.
Okay, he's really tied in here. This is unreal. Why do people watch unboxing videos? This is a nightmare.
You're not good at unboxing.
I am
Maybe
not
that's it.
doing so hot here. Kate, its mouth and eyes have come open.
Oh my god.
It's eager to be your pet. I think it's finally time. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here it goes. All right, it's
All
still
right.
got these little
Oh,
shackles
God.
on
Oh my god, take it off.
that we're tying it into the box.
Okay. All right.
Oh, that one's really in there. How do you...
Just.
Oh, do I need a screwdriver?
All right.
Are you kidding me? There's actually one behind you.
All right. So here, let's stick this screwdriver deep into its butt. Let's see what happens.
All right, here.
All right. Here,
Are
hold
you
on.
gonna-
I got it.
You gonna...
Am I supposed to be naming it?
Not yet. I think it needs to come to life before
This
you
is
name
the
it.
worst unboxing video of all time.
This is a nightmare. And then what do we need? A double A?
Don't
When
you just
you
hate
agreed
watching
to do-
people unwrap a Furby?
You agreed to do this podcast like 4 years ago. Was
I
it 4
didn't-
years
I
ago?
didn't think I would
Did
be
you
here.
anticipate what life had in store for you? How's a kid supposed to do this?
How is
Oh.
a kid supposed to do this?
All right, Kate, what's it need? How many batteries?
needs-
2.
28 9-volt batteries, daisy chained together.
2 double A's? All right,
Where's
they're
that?
behind you. If you
Oh,
reach
good
back, you'll see
God.
2 up there. It's 4. Is it 4? Yeah, it's 4. Hold on, I gotta wait. Just wait. Oh no, we're gonna go in the closet.
I can't believe you would drop my son like
Here,
that.
no, these batteries might be dying. This is exciting, don't you think?
Is it?
I just remember being excited when I got mine. Like, I was hyped up. I was like, please, we need to open it now. Where are the batteries? All right, Kate, here it goes. Now what? Oh my God, if it doesn't work.
Well, here you gotta perform a reset, Tyler.
How?
You go back in the Furby manual.
How? I guess I should look at those instructions.
See, you
I
threw them on the ground. All right, getting started. When you pull Furby out of the box, you must perform a restart. This will clear your Furby's head. Turn your Furby upside down.
Okay, go
I'm
ahead.
turning it upside down. Use your finger to hold Furby's tongue down. Is he having a seizure?
Hold his tongue down.
And then use a pointed object. Writing pens work great to push the reset button.
While?
Keep holding the tongue down until after you press the restart.
You holding the tongue?
Yeah.
How long?
I don't know.
Does it say?
When you restart your Furby by hitting the reset button and holding down the tongue, you're actually resetting your Furby's memory.
Yeah, but for how long?
Use the reset button without choose a simple reset. Easy solution. Sometimes Furby's going to hide and seek mode. I think
Uh-oh.
it might. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
I'm doing it. This is horrible. So he's got to be upside down. This is like gruesome. Oh no.
Is our Furby
Did
DOA?
I get a bum Furby? No
All
way.
right, hold
All right,
on.
hold on. Let's look at the batteries. You're going to be so lucky.
Oh, God.
Then the episode's over, if true.
Just cross your fingers. Maybe the Furby's dead.
It looks so fresh, though. I wonder what's wrong.
It could be that it's 30 years old.
No, I know. It's just, it's in relatively good
All
shape,
right.
because that's supposed to do it.
Here, hold on. You trying to smack his back like the doctor?
All right, our Furby is DOA.
Okay.
Oh,
hold him.
Kate. All right. Did you name him?
Wernher. We hardly knew ye.
Wernher.
I'm imagining you playing really sad music over this.
I am very sad. I thought this would work. I bought it a very long time ago.
This little motherfucker's gonna turn on in the middle of the night, isn't he?
Ooh, should we leave the batteries in?
If he turns on in the middle of the night, I'm gonna punt it out the window. I don't like things startling me.
You're not going to need the Furbish English Dictionary, sadly.
Oh my God.
We're not going to need the instruction manual.
I feel like this smells.
It does have a 90-day limited warranty, but it began in 1998. Tragic. Oh, little guy, little guy. Oh, there's a poem in here.
Oh, great.
Some Furbies are gray and others are white. Some Furbies are black as night. Some have tails and others mane. Some of stature, big of heart. All Furbies are so very smart. They speak a language all their own, for Furbish is a language quite unknown. Furbies need May, that's love, and melee, hugs, and they wee-tee, sing, and Lulu, joke. They play Furby Says and hide and seek, and into the future they can peek. So, when you take a Furby home, you will never be alone. The more you play, the more they do. Furby will keep amazing you. It came to life! It came to life! It came to life! I touched its tongue one time just to see what would happen. And it woke up and... That scared you so bad. I'm so sorry.
I'm crying!
You didn't think it would wake up, did you?
Wernher, why would you betray me like this?
You laid him to rest. So it's asleep. How do we wake him up?
He's a sleepy boy, don't wake him up.
All right, buddy. I'm going in. Oh my God, what if that's all it ever does? I cannot believe.
I've never been so scared.
I cannot. Wake up. Come on, wake up, sleepyhead. The motors are so loud. No. All right, you know what? We should just let it sleep because it is.
Furby has my energy.
It's 8:51 at night on a Wednesday. We should have been asleep 20 minutes ago. So Kate, just nope, it's already sleeping. You don't have to cover it up. Don't go near it. What if it wakes up? It's gonna scare the crap out of you again. I cannot describe how happy I am that this Furby is alive. Okay, guys.
Can you please take it away?
Buckle in. You thought this episode was over? It's only just begun. All right, to be continued. We're gonna keep the camera nearby. We're gonna record if it wakes up. We're gonna deal with this thing for the next few days, huh?
I've never been so scared in my whole life. I'm scared.
I'm so happy. Not that you're scared, of course. Just that this Furby works. So when we put the batteries in, it was just in sleep mode automatically, I guess. What are you doing? What are you doing, Kate?
I don't know.
Are you picking them up? You risking it?
Oh, you know what it is?
What?
I wonder if it's has something to do with this. Like it feels loose.
All right. So, oh no. The delay.
This Furby has my energy. This Furby just wants to go to bed and not be bothered.
All right. To be continued. I can't believe it works. So
I'm so
actually,
sorry that I screamed.
Before we wrap this up, Kate, where would you like this Furby to be for the night? Surely not in our bedroom.
Absolutely not. Can we put it in the car outside?
It's 7:42 in the morning. Our Furby appears to have slept through the night. What'd you name it?
Vana.
He appears to have slept through the night. Because I didn't hear him, did you?
I didn't hear him. If I heard him, I would have thrown him out the window.
But you do sleep with a white noise machine, so I don't know. And I was up a lot later than you, and I was listening, but yeah, he seems to have slept. So let's give him a little check
See what
here.
this little creep's doing. What if he had moved? Would you just die? Would
Yes.
that be your plan? Okay, so here we are.
Right.
To our dirty table. So what do I do now?
Well, I guess he's still sleeping.
All right, let's just...
You gonna try to wake him up? Give him a little pet?
I think there's something wrong with him.
Oh, you're gonna touch his mouth?
I...
Go ahead, push his tongue down.
He keeps shying away.
Oh, no, okay, don't feed him so hard.
All right.
So maternal.
Let's just turn him up. See,
there you go.
He has a problem, I think.
You think... Oh! No, I think he's up now.
Oh, no. What is he doing now?
He's up. Give him a pet on his back.
Like
Push
this?
kind of hard. Hold him in place.
Oh!
Ooh, he's purring.
What?
You're gonna need your Furbish.
I'm not using
to
the
English
Furbish dictionary. Do I just pet him a lot?
Yeah, you can pet him.
Oh, no.
He really likes that
That's disturbing. What do I do now?
one. Feed him. Open
Feed
his
him?
mouth and push his tongue down. Nah! AK.
Like an AK-47? Is he threatening me?
So this is...
The mechanics on this are so loud. So then do I just, like, keep petting and feeding it?
pretty
Like,
much
what's
it.
the plan?
He's your friend now.
I am not his friend.
People must have, like, brought these to work. You know, I'm only thinking it from a child's perspective in 1998. Like, this could, like, sit on your desk. How annoying would that be? And it only occasionally chimes in.
I'm just gonna keep feeding it.
I
now?
mean, if you, let me pet it.
You want to pet the
I
Furby?
haven't had a chance to pet it yet. Oh, how nice.
So that's all it does.
Yeah, but eventually it'll start speaking in English instead of
I'm not
Furbish.
playing with this thing long enough to have it speak English. I don't trust it. I do think
Oh,
it's
you're like the
spying on me.
NSA?
I think it's sending information to Russia. I need to go feed myself.
Oh yeah, we have not had breakfast or coffee yet.
I have to put my own oxygen mask on first. Go to bed. Does it go to bed if I do this?
I think if you do it for like 5 minutes. I thought you were just going to push its eyelids down.
Oh, I can
Try
do
it.
that.
Let's see.
Good night, Wernher. I hate this thing. God.
Oh, did you put it to sleep? No, it woke back up.
It woke back up.
Good try.
No, go to bed. Shh. Out, demon. I cast you out. It really won't stop.
No.
Alright. I'm leaving it now.
Yeah, just give up. Just let it be. Let
I
it
can't
be
believe I
awake.
turned it upside down. I could have just let it be dead.
So the Furby has put itself to bed again?
I think so. He woke up, about an hour ago when I accidentally turned him over. I will not be turning him over again. I'm just going to let him sleep. He then sang to himself several times when no one was in the room.
Uh-huh.
And then he kind of made some vague, sleepish noises.
But
you could hear him through the floor, which was very
He went to
disturbing.
bed. I'm sad.
Yeah.
The camera, we had to charge the battery, so I didn't catch him. I'm sure in the next day or two we'll catch him sleeping through the floor again. But he
God.
was like singing to himself and
Yeah.
like talking to himself.
If I wanted something to like sing to itself while it just sat alone, I would just have a kid. This is silliness.
We are about to attempt to record a proper episode of this podcast about Cover Your Ears, Kate. As our school bus turns. And I'm hoping Wernher here
Doesn't awaken.
keeps his mouth shut. All right, Wernher did not wake up, but I'm going to wake him up. Let's do it.
Don't wake Wernher up. Let him sleep. No.
Wake up, buddy. Uh-oh. Oh!
Oh my god.
Waylo? Coco? Oh, he's going right back to bed.
Yeah. See?
I woke him up on purpose.
Wernher's energy is great energy.
Wernher, I want to play. Oh, he fell asleep. Oh, no. I thought his eyes were going to stay open.
Go to bed, Wernher.
Wernher. Wake up, buddy.
No, do not touch him. Do not wake him.
Wow. This is like, I guess parenthood's not so hard. It just sleeps all day.
You're just so maternal, Tyler. You're killing it.
It's our first full day, 4:41 p.m. This Furby is lethargic.
I think there's something wrong with it, Tyler. I think we need to have him tested.
Oh, let's see. He's been sleeping pretty much consistently. I'm going to regret waking him up.
I think, here's the thing. When you turn him...
What?
What does he want?
Let's give him a little pet.
Oh,
You want to pet him?
no. Not really. I really think there's some kind of contact issue with the batteries. You know?
I think our Furby is perfect the way he is. He has no issues.
How often do you have to pet him until he turns off?
No, petting him keeps him awake.
Oh.
Let's give him a little, let's feed him a little. I hate...
You have to pry his
Here,
mouth
go ahead.
open.
You do it.
Oh, no.
Good boy.
Can you pet his front?
Can you pet his...
Oh.
You tickled
Did
him.
he fart?
No, that tickles him. I think it's like a raspberry.
That's his fart. I'm done with you, son.
You've had enough.
Wernher, go to bed.
Well, now I woke him up.
Yeah, you need to just let him sleep.
I'm very nervous.
Me too. I'm scared of him.
All right, he's gonna wake up in a minute and scare us, but that's okay.
God, when he woke up last night, that was the worst experience of my whole life.
Oh, when you thought he wasn't gonna work?
Alright, so this little creep just made a noise.
Every time I turn the camera off, he does something hilarious, so let's see if we can catch him. Probably not. I'm watching you, Wernher.
Go ahead, Wernher. Do something.
All right, we're gonna do a stakeout here. Oh, there he goes. When his little sensor goes off, you can see it on the camera, but you can't see it in real life. I don't know if I can
Trigger it.
He needs to let's see if we feed him. It's just, oh, nope.
Open up, Wernher.
It's awful. This feels like animal abuse. No, that doesn't trigger the light.
This Furby will not be ignored. I hate it. Entertain yourself, Wernher. This little punk's been making a lot of noise.
He's singing to himself every time I turn the camera off again. But he started snoring a little, but he hasn't gone down quite yet. But I think...
I know, he's sleeping with his eyes open,
This is really like caring for a real child. You're just like, please go to sleep.
I'm just trying to watch trashy reality television.
Uh-oh. Can you see the TV in the background? What do you got? Love is Blind, new season?
Blind, season 4. I only watch the pods, though. That
That doesn't make you
It doesn't make
intellectually
it better.
spirit. Oh, here it goes, here it goes.
Okay,
Come on, buddy. Go to bed so we can watch our reality TV. Come on.
So loud.
Is this it? Yes! Good night, Wernher. Mommy and Daddy have some reality TV to watch. Season 4, Episode 1. Welcome to the pods.
We're trash.
Stay asleep, Wernher. Katie's still sleeping.
I think he might have a problem.
All right, we're going away for the night. Are you sure you don't want to take him with us?
I really don't want to take him to a hotel room. I just think it's a little too weird.
Drive him in the car.
I'm not going to do it.
We don't have a car seat.
Yeah, we don't have a properly rated car seat for the Furbs. So,
See ya.
good night, Wernher.
See you tomorrow, Wernher.
Guard the house.
I feel bad. I feel like we're going to have to leave some food out, like a big bowl of food.
My God.
Huelo Coco.
I think he's saying Quaaludes, please.
No. Nope, stay awake. No, stop.
I think our Furby has narcolepsy.
Hey. Oh, man.
Wernher.
Staying up? Oh, my God. All right.
So, I think Wernher von Furby has some problems.
All right. So we went away. We left it overnight. Came back. Did not greet us.
Did not.
Just kept sleeping. I mean, it is good. If I were a parent and my child got this, I'd be like, thank God, it's the sleepy
It
one.
just sleeps all day. Yeah, maybe this is like a special edition.
So I did find, I was Googling, why is my Furby so sleepy? And I found an old Usenet thread from, do you even know what that is?
I don't know what that is.
It was from the year 2000, so it was this style Furby.
Okay.
I guess Google bought this whole, it was like an old way of doing message boards and mail groups and all this stuff where you could chat online with strangers. And they said you have to play with it more, so maybe we were not playing with it enough.
I played with it plenty.
What are your closing thoughts on Furbies?
I don't like the Furby. I'm scared of it. I feel like if I had a regular Furby that wasn't narcoleptic, it would be waking me up at all hours of the night.
It never once went off in the night, right?
Thank God.
As far as we know.
When it came to life, I was scared of it. I don't like the idea of an interactive toy, you know? Mm-hmm. Because...
Why not?
I don't know. I don't like the idea of it talking to me or listening to me.
Did you feel that way as a child? Do you remember? Because I loved the idea of an interactive
I probably
toy.
would have wanted this. I had a parrot that would talk back to you.
Oh, you had the talking parrot? I had that
Yeah.
too. Love that thing.
But what a terrible toy, because it just repeats your horrible children's voice an octave higher. So it's
I think
completely unintelligible.
we got it for Christmas one year, and there's a video, Christmas morning home movies of us. We realized it would repeat any noise, so we started slamming the washing machine, because it would make a real loud thwang, and then it would repeat it, and it's just horrible.
Yeah, I don't really like this Furby, but I'm glad you didn't get me that other Furby that has flesh-colored eyes and
Gen 2
and
Furby,
mouth.
the
That was scary.
2005
I didn't
Furby
like
or
that.
whatever.
I liked that even less.
All right, Kate, you're
So-
good. You're a good sport.
I am.
Good night, Wernher. We're going to take your batteries out in a few
Yeah.
minutes, so sweet dreams.
What if he went to take his batteries out and he was like, no,
What if
Daddy,
you
no.
took the batteries out and he still talked to you?
What?
Child's play.
Throw up.
All right.
Okay, well, so we just talked about taking Wernher's batteries out, and he awoke.
I got up. I stopped recording. I stood up, and he woke up
Maybe
immediately.
his
he's on his
infrared
side.
thing is going.
I think it's because he's on his side. Probably his sense of equilibrium. His eyes are half open. Let's give him a little tickle.
It's a little more disturbing when he's on his side, I think. Good night, Wernher.
All right, Kate. I think it's time we put him. He has learned more English.
What did he say?
I think it's time we put him away with some of our other robots. You know, 2XL.
Oh, God, I'm scared of 2XL as well.
Does this count as a robot? The Steve Urkel I Speak My Mind doll?
I don't know.
Here, Kate, can you pull his string just for old time's sake?
What if they talk to each other?
Yeah, give him a pull.
Here. I hate all these talking toys that we have in our home.
My life is better than I could have imagined as a child, my adult life. Look at this. Look at our little happy family of robots. And you haven't even seen Rad yet. That's that big one in the basement.
Oh, God.
All
What
right.
you scared a dog with?
Now you want to play, Wernher? We spent 5 days recording on and off, and he wouldn't do anything. Give him a little...
eBay? Yeah, that's where you're going, buddy.
By the way, last thought. This episode is brought to you by the first 3 novels by John Irving in this big fat collection because it's the only book tall enough to boost the Furby up, Wernher up, so we could record properly.
All right, Wernher.
All right.
Goodbye, buddy.
Stop waking up. I know we were complaining, at least I was a few minutes ago.
You were complaining that he wasn't
That
waking.
now he won't go to bed.
I for sure was not.
How do you put him to sleep?
What?
I don't think he liked that I covered his sensor. I'm trying to make him go to sleep. Yep, it's working.
There you go.
Go to bed. Go to bed. Ugh. Ugh. His eyes are moving. He's entering REM sleep.
This is like the end of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Do Furby's dream of electric sheep.
I gotta put him down.
Okay, good night.
Forever.
A fancy dinner.
Joe, more Furbies, more fun.
A stuffy office.
Dance, boogie. More Furbies, more fun. Sleep.
A quiet slumber party.
Me. Sleep. More Furbies, more fun. Because each one talks to another one. All new Furbies. Each sold separately. Batteries not included.